Let's get deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
What up, Stoke Nation? This is your boy Chad coming in hot with my compadre JT. Say what up.
What up, dudes?
This is episode 5 of the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. And feeling good today, JT. How you doing? It looks like you got some fresh Joe.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I got the coffee going in my blood, and I'm looking to reveal stuff about myself and help people.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good mindset to be in, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Just totally transparent and ready to fucking help.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, let's see. Should we dive in?
Yeah.
What should we dive in first?
Well, I know you missed the Super Bowl because you went off the grid for a day, and it just happened to coincide.
I did a motivator, and I, to be honest, I thought it was Saturday. I guess I was having such an epic Friday that like I woke up and I was just so pumped up. I guess when you like go out night before and it's like such a stellar night that you wake up just fired up and you're like, I just want to do something, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I woke up, completely unaware that it was Sunday. And I got a lot of texts. I got some texts from you.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if you're going to come over to watch the game.
Yeah, but I disconnect. If you guys didn't see the daily motivator on my Instagram story, the motivator was that I disconnected completely from the world, except for Instagram. And but I did on the day of the Super Bowl, so I missed it. And sorry to Justin Timberlake. But
that was going to be my first question. Did you manage to catch up and watch his halftime show?
I did. Yeah, caught on YouTube.
What'd you think about it?
I thought it was fire. You know, the dude brings it. His charisma is just off the charts.
All my friends who I watched the game with were like, that was a shitty halftime show.
Yeah.
I think people just like to trash people, but
yeah,
I thought I like watching a grown man be unabashedly sexy.
Yeah.
I think in our culture, like, guys don't act like fixtures of eroticness or of eroticism, you know? And I liked where he was like, no, I'm sexy.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to do that in front of the whole world.
That's an amazing point. I think to be so free like that and to own it, you know, like most dudes would just shy away and be like, I'm not
sexy.
Yeah, I'm not going to show you my moves. But he does it, and he does it in such like a cool way to where dudes are like, I mean, it inspired me to be sexy. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big reason I like it is because I want permission to be sexy, and I think Timberlake gave me that.
Well, I'm stoked to see how that plays out for you.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it could come out in a lot of different directions, but you know, life is editing.
Yeah.
And also, people were trashing Timberlake for his outfit.
Yeah, you know, to be quite frankly, I'm inclined to agree. If I were him, I would go like Paul, and I would rock a solid white tee, some like cool pants, and some Vans. That would all the time.
That would have been a much better outfit. He did look. Yeah. He had too much stuff going on.
Yeah,
like he had like a big shirt and a big jacket, and then like a big bandana.
Yeah,
and I was like, you just seem kind of like overstuffed.
Yeah, bandanas always seem like they're trying too hard.
Yeah, they're super lame.
It's like people put them on, and it's like, what are you trying to be like bad or something?
And he's old now, so when he makes mistakes, it makes him seem even older.
Yeah,
like you're like, damn, Timberlake's like my dad,
dude. Totally. He looked like the kind of guy that would like, you know, it's like he would come out to his kids. He'd be like, guys, how do I look? They'd be like, you look fucking lame, Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'd be like, what? Whatever. But I think the big lesson here is bandanas are out.
Yeah, I try to dress like a cool dad.
You do that well. I think you rock the New Balance as well.
Yeah, because it's good for functional movement.
Yeah, most people would say that's lame, but I think when they see JT rocking those, you just kind of like, you're like, damn, like normally I would clown on that dude, but he's just like owning it.
You think they're lame?
Um. No, dude. I mean, most people would think that New Balances are lame. But I'm saying you make them not lame, dude. Which is a special skill. I put on the Vans. People already know Vans are cool. But you're sort of making a statement where you're like, I'm going to take something that's not cool that like software engineers wear, and I'm going to fucking wear it to the beach.
All right, let's keep pushing.
All right.
Did you hear about the dude after the game who ate horse shit on camera?
I did, yeah.
Did you watch that?
No, did you?
No.
Bold move. What's your take?
I have trouble believing that if there wasn't a camera there, he would have eaten the horse shit.
Mm.
But that is kind of a nice thought to think he's that authentic that he would have eaten the horse shit regardless.
Yeah. I like to hold that thought. I'm going to remain positive on this dude.
Yeah, I want to be friends with a guy who eats horse shit no matter who's watching.
Yeah. Again, I think this is just like passion is flowing. And maybe in that moment he was like, I need to do something that will make me remember this night forever. I'm going to eat horse shit.
Bruce Springsteen talked about how every time you experience like a big positive moment in your life, you should commemorate it with something so that you can remember it.
Yeah.
And he said, go get some like ice cream after your album goes platinum. And this guy, yeah, he's going to remember that W forever.
Yeah, I mean, you're never going to not remember eating horse shit.
What did I do after the Super Bowl? Oh, that's right. I ate a substantial amount of horse shit. Honey, do you remember where I was on February 2nd, 2018? Honey, that was the Super Bowl. Remember you ate that big pile of horse shit? That's right, honey, thanks.
And the whole world saw it too.
Yeah.
So he could just like, he could be like, he could go around Philadelphia. I'm sure during the parade, people are like, you know, they're like cheering it on and stuff. And they're like, he's like, yeah, you guys are here supporting, but I ate horse shit for these dudes.
Look, dude, it's the dung eater. It's
Yeah.
the dung eater.
And he's just like, yeah.
Put
like,
him on our shoulders. He's the dung eater.
Dude, he ate shit for them.
I mean, he can get into any club in the country now with
Yeah.
those bona fides.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Dre's nightclub in Vegas. We're at capacity. Yeah, but I eat horse shit. You're in.
You're the guy who ate the horse shit?
Yeah. Did you see it?
I did.
You saw how much I ate, right?
You're in.
Thank you. Dude, I'm just so like jealous, man. Like to like be that stoked that you're like, our team won, and then you see horse shit on the street and you just eat it. Like
The dung eater king, I heard he saw a pretty quarter horse walking by and he said, whose quarter horse is that? Bring me that horse and the man who owns it now. And the guy was like, no, please don't take the dung. I use it for my fields to help the grass grow. And he goes, and then the dung eater king's men were like, shut up! If the dung king wants your horse, it is his. Oh, do not be too hard on this man. He doesn't know the rules yet of the dung eater kingdom. But he will learn. And then he made the guy watch him eat his horse's shit.
Dude, shout out to horses, especially for like, they just have monster hogs. I remember one time I was in New York with my sister. Well, I was with my family. And we're standing on the block, and all of a sudden we hear this noise that sounds like a fire hose, like aimed straight at the sidewalk. And I look, and it's just a horse taking a monster piss. And I'm like, dude, props to you for your hog, your stream, your prostate must be fire. And then I look and I see my little sister, and she's like looking at it. She's like transfixed. She's like, I'm like, for sure. So.
I love a good coming of age story.
Yeah, I think we just shared that moment of just like appreciation for what the horse could do.
What do you think about this Budweiser commercial? I think it is where they say "dilly dilly."
I think it's fucking lame. It's like, what are you trying to come up with a new phrase? What does dilly dilly mean?
It's so stupid.
Yeah. Whenever friends text me that, I'm just like, can we fight right now?
I'm just like, do you like being programmed by Big Beer?
Yeah. Like, the was up thing that was one thing.
That worked.
Yeah. Because, like, people already kind of said that. But then I think they're really overstepping their boundaries. Big Beer is kind of like getting too big for their britches. They're like, we're going to come up with a whole new phrase that doesn't mean anything.
And it failed, and they just keep running it back because they know at a certain point, if people spend enough time with it, they'll be like, oh, I do like this.
Yeah. Don't let Big Beer dictate your content.
Literally say anything other than dilly dilly.
Yeah. Because of dilly dilly, I'm sticking to craft beers. It may be more expensive, but at least they don't make you say phrases that make no sense.
Because of dilly dilly, I'm for looser gun controls so I can buy a gun and shoot the parents of the people who came up with the dilly dilly ad campaign.
That's heavy.
Yeah, I take that back. That's not a genuine threat.
But I admire your passion.
Yeah, fuck dilly dilly.
Yeah, your face scared me for a second there.
Are you pumped for? Yeah. Are you pumped for the Winter Olympics?
Those are happening?
Yep, this year in Korea.
Oh, nice. I feel like with the Winter Olympics, people are like, did you watch the Winter Olympics? I'm like, those happened? And they're like, yeah, it was like 2 months ago. That's like what happens every time. I always miss them.
I think the most interesting thing is like when they did them in Canada, they had to like airlift in more condoms because all the athletes in Olympic Village were boning so much.
Yeah, it's like I don't really need to watch Apollo Ono skate in a circle. I'd rather watch Apollo Ono chasing tail.
Yeah, and they tried to like make Apollo Ono like significant to me for so long.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the Winter Olympic equivalent of dilly dilly.
Yeah. I mean, first off, to take the sun god's name is a bold move, and I don't think he lived up to it.
No, I don't think he ever
was
won the gold.
Bandana, dude. We're going back to the bandana. This dude. Look, guys, JT, I love you, dog. JT Timberlake, no bandana, please. Paulo Ono, even more no. You do skating.
Logan Paul's back.
Ugh.
What do you think about Logan Paul?
I feel like I'm on a negative turn here.
I feel that too. I feel like we've been like, am I bringing up topics that are just like,
you can't not hate them.
This pod is getting dark.
I mean, just the name Logan Paul makes me want to move to Siberia and become pasty. It makes me want to disconnect from the world just to know that that dude is around clowning on whatever he's I don't even know. I don't even watch his stuff. But I'm just like, dude, I know, like I really, really know that you're not chill.
I think that comes through.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's taking an interesting angle on this because, you know, he got in trouble for showing a guy who had killed himself.
Yeah.
And he, you know, did a few apologies and I think did a good impression of somebody who's like feeling remorse.
Yeah.
And then he went on.
That was a solid impression.
Yeah, for sure.
I was impressed by that.
Yeah, props to him for
like the pauses and the if you say you forgive me, don't. That was a solid line.
That was powerful.
Yeah, I think did you see it from me?
Yeah, don't make me love him, dude.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck you.
But he's like, you know, people are actually messaging me now, telling me to kill myself.
He said that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, well, don't do it, but maybe you should try to get to the root of why people are telling you to kill yourself.
Is that in a video?
Yeah, I think he did a TV interview, and he was like, you know, everyone's mad at me for being light about suicide, but people are messaging me and telling me to kill myself.
Good.
And I'm like, yeah, dude. Fucking videotape your own suicide, Logan.
I'd tune in.
Oh, dudes, I'm dying. Mavericks.
Be a maverick.
I'll be back next week. Wait. Oh, no.
Dude, I think his brother is even more of a mega douche.
Yeah, that was going to be my beef of the week. I'll just put it in here. Like,
Yeah.
I hope those bros work it out, man.
Yeah, those guys, if you're listening, you're not a maverick. Tom Cruise is. So stop trying to be like Tom.
So Reddit and Pornhub have made deep fake porn illegal. Are you familiar with deep fake porn?
No.
It's where they digitally put someone else's face on the porn star.
Oh.
So you can like watch like Gal Gadot or like Natalie Portman or a girl who like rejected you in college. You can digitally put their face onto the porn, but they're making it illegal.
Why?
Because it's like, because it's wrong.
For sure.
Yeah. That's good.
Would you want your face on some dude?
Probably, but...
I guess it's different for chicks, huh?
And it's different for every person.
Yeah.
Like you asked me. Who's your babe of the week?
Babe of the week? I'm really stoked to announce this babe of the week. I just gotta say. Babe of the week, I'm really stoked to announce who you are because I don't know if she listens to the podcast, but she watches the the Instagram stories. And she's a follower of our Instagram. Anastasia Ashley, what up? I just want to say what up. Thank you so much for watching my stories. I think you're a mega babe. And I just want, she's not only is she a surfer, but she's also a swimsuit Sports Illustrated model. And she has like a huge Instagram following. So like pretty much all of our values line up. Instagram following, swimsuits, surfing. So I know you're spoken for at the moment, but I just want to say I appreciate you watching my stuff and JT's stuff. And, props to you for winning NSSA titles in your teen years. And props to you for getting on, the pro circuit. I hope you keep shredding. I hope you stay bronzing. And it's just a joy to check out your profile. And just know that we have this connection, even if it's cyber at the moment. So shout out to Anastasia. What up? And I follow you back.
That was lovely, dude.
Thank you.
I love you putting it all on the line like that.
Thanks.
My babe of the week is the director Nicole Holofcener. She does these kind of prickly comedies that are really well observed about, the difficulties in maintaining friendship and like kind of the incongruencies that happen when you're from a different class than the people who are in your life, especially when you came from the same place and then your lives have just taken you in different directions, but you still have strong feelings for these people. But it just it's not as easy as it once was. And I think she just does a beautiful job of showing defective people who succumb to their weaknesses at times, but you can still relate to them. And I like my favorite movies of hers are Lovely and Amazing, Enough Said, Friends with Money. She works with Catherine Keener a lot, who can really bring her barbed dialogue to the next level. And she directed some really fire episodes of the show Enlightened, which is like in my canon for best TV. So, Nicole, I'm just a huge fan of yours. Chad and I would love to be in one of your movies or just to hang out and pick your brain. So thank you for making these fire films. I love watching them with my mom. And, I look forward to what you've got coming up. All right. I think you folks at home... Sorry?
Legend?
Oh, my bad. Who's your legend of the week?
All right, this guy, I'm super stoked to announce him because I grew up watching this dude and always was in awe of his manliness, his style, his just overall legendariness.
What's his name?
He's the Men's Warehouse guy.
What's his name?
I don't know. It's just Men's Warehouse guy. But he is just like, he was like the first like gentleman I ever saw, because he'd come on the TV and he's like, you're going to like the way you look. So like I knew even from a young age, like this dude cares about other bros' style. Like he's out there fighting for you to look good. And that just really meant a lot to me. And like, I may not be a dude who wears suits, although I'll rock one whenever given the opportunity. But Men's Warehouse guy, I just want you to know that the fact that you want me to look good makes me feel good. And that's why you're a legend.
My legend of the week is my brother, Chris. It was my birthday like a month ago. And for my birthday, my brother agreed to box me. I box a couple days a week. He does not. But he still stepped into the ring with me. And he's 22 months younger. But when we were boys, he was bigger. So we'd fight, and I'd probably win like 40%, and he'd win like 60% of the fights. And it wasn't a situation where I could easily bully him. Like, I'd have to like bring all my strength to even like get a good shove in, because he was just more agile and bigger. And we boxed, and it was a good, honest fight. Like, we would hit each other, but then we'd be like, I love you. But then we'd hit each other, and then we'd be like, but I still love you. And we went like 5 good rounds, and we hugged it out a lot. And I felt super close to him. And he hit me with a shot to my ribs, and I'm still feeling it.
Nice.
So to my brother, I love you. I really appreciate the fact that you saw a weakness in my game and you exploited it with a hard right to the ribs. I'm sorry if I knocked you around at all. My only intention was to make you stronger so you could better take on the world. And when I look into your eyes, I see a man who can take on anything. And thanks for doing that with me, dude.
Shout out to Chris, dude. Major props to you for stepping in the ring with your bro.
Give me the ultimate birthday gift.
Yeah. I saw you walking with a limp the next day. I was like, wow. He took it to you.
He did hit me pretty good. But I fucked him up, too.
Yeah. So you asserted your dominance. You're like, don't forget I'm the older bro.
I just said, I let you live, dog. Every time I see you, I'm letting you live.
Yeah. Nice.
But he's also letting me live. Guys, I think you know what time it is. Chad and I are about to dive into some questions.
Yeah.
Gator. I'd like to remain anonymous, but you can refer to me as Gator. Respect to Will Ferrell. If you talk about this situation on your pod, that'd be huge. So this girl has been my neighbor since 6th grade, and we grew up together, and I have liked her ever since. Since we've been in college together, we've gotten a lot closer and talk all the time. One night, we were hanging out at my boy John's house, and she texted me and said, come over and let's watch a movie, but don't tell anyone we're leaving together. So I obviously go, and she ends up draining my dragon. It was great. Top. But here's where the variables come into play. She went on a date with my best friend, who I also lived with for 2 years, a month prior to our union. And when I asked her about it, she said she was going to not go out with him anymore. 24 hours later, I come to find out that she has actually been hooking up with him this whole time, and hooked up with him the night previous to our union and the night after. She tried to friend zone me, so I told her that best friends don't drain best friends' dragons, as well as their best friend's dragon. Within the same 24 hours. I have ignored her since this situation, however. Her mom has told her a handful of times that she thinks I am hot. Her mom is a MILF, and as far as I am concerned, single. Boyfriend lives out of state. Do I pick up her mom's favorite 6-pack and show up to her house one night and go for it, or do I let the situation fizzle out? Best, Gator.
Be weary of the dragons you drain.
Yeah, especially if there's BFFs involved.
For sure.
I do think, though, that this guy wanting to hook up with her mom out of vengeance is not the right move.
Well, I was gonna touch on that, because it seems like the mom had feelings for him.
She thinks he's hot, but that doesn't mean she wants to throw down.
But we don't know the extent of her feelings. She thinks he's hot. Maybe she's like, and he also, has a fine knowledge of Stephen King novels that we share. Is that a stretch?
I think you have beautiful romantic visions, and sometimes you can fill in these substantial details that may not exist in actuality. I think this kid just got complimented by this mom, and now he's drunk with vengeance, and he's like, I'm going to bone your mom.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm sorry, dude, but I think there's something there. And I don't think you should do it out of vengeance if that's the case, but if there's mutual feelings there, like, wow, we really connected over the Batman series with the last dude. Let's pursue this further. I think you should go for it.
I respect the ambition. I just think that this dude would be better suited hooking up with a MILF that wasn't the mom of his friend that he has a complicated history with.
But love is love.
If it's love, it's love. She has a boyfriend.
Out of state.
Well, there you have it, my friend. We have two differing perspectives. I think each one is valid in its own right. But yeah, it falls to you how you handle this. I would also maybe talk to your best friend, the dude, and see what his feelings are. If you can get him to be honest about it, maybe you guys can kind of help each other see what you really want.
Yeah. Life is more than draining your dragon.
But I do like the nads that informed your advice.
What do you mean?
Like, it was like, you're like, dude, just go for it.
I guess I just related. Because I had a similar situation where...
With my mom.
Yeah. I don't want to say it, but...
But you didn't bone her.
No.
Thank you.
But that's because of you. But, you know, every situation is different.
All right, let's keep pushing. Casey, what up, dudes? Huge fan of the pod. Me and a few of my compadres, Stoke, has recently been down over a beef within the squad. Our homie Sam is bringing us down, telling us that the word is no longer cool. He's a good dude, just a little stubborn. How can we resolve this beef?
Just keep saying it.
And what word is no longer cool?
I think stoke. It's like, well, how are you going to say you're stoked?
He's going through a phase.
Yeah. Just keep saying it, dudes.
And he's just trying to be different. Give him space to act like an individual, but know that if he ever moved away from you guys, he'd be using the word stoke all the time.
Yeah, and don't let him dictate your vocab, you know? Don't let his dislike of the word stoke make you stop saying stoked, because that'll just make you not stoked.
Jake, what up, Chad and JT? Recently, my friend bought a new Toyota 4Runner, and I've been itching to super glue a bright pink dildo on his roof. Would this be a funny prank, or am I taking it too far?
In this situation, I don't think it's your place to disrespect a solid 4Runner. That's a pretty dank car. And to put a dildo on it, I'd put a dildo more like on a Mini Cooper or like a just something that's not as cool.
It's a good point. Sam, what up, homies? What do I do if I pull a shit mid-class and don't want my homies to know I soiled his pants?
Wait, can you start over?
Yeah. This is a very dense question. There's a lot of information in only a few sentences. Sam, what up, homies? What do I do if I pull a shit mid-class and don't want my homies to know I soiled his pants? Should this affect my level of stoke?
He doesn't want his homies to know? Or he does?
He doesn't want them to know. I think you know that they should know and that there's nothing to be embarrassed about. If you crap yourself in class, the coolest thing you can do is raise your hand and in front of everyone say, I just took a massive shit in my pants. And my name is Sam. And I'm going to keep being Sam no matter what I do in my pants. And I think a lot of people will be like, you know, it's gross that he shit himself and it smells a little bit. But fucking A, man, this guy has integrity.
I envision a slow clap happening after he says that.
Casey, what up, bro, amigos? Similar to your boy Ass Clown, our buddy Garth appears to be a wizard. A wizard, for those of you who don't know, is someone who pees at night and makes up about 40% of the questions we get. We were totally raging at my boy's house one night when he peed the bed and blamed it on my boy's dog. How can we help him overcome his insecurities and change for the better? Please help us settle this debate so our squad can rage again.
Yeah, dude, he's crossing the line, throwing the dog under the bus.
Such a dirty move to blame the dog.
Yeah, not a very good lie. Like, oh, the dog did it. Like, the dog pissed all over where you slept.
Casey, this was really well written, and I'm glad your crew has a dude like you that is rational and has the best interests of the group at heart. I think what you got to do is you got to stage an intervention, and the thing about an intervention is you got to be coming from a place of love. This wizardness that Garth has is affecting his confidence because he can't come clean about it. So you guys got to say, dude, we know you piss yourself, and we still love you. But from now on, we got to have some checks and balances where you're always peeing before you go to bed and you got cleaning supplies on you. This is the same point we made last week.
Another cleaning bucket.
But it's got to be reiterated. He can still be a wizard, but he just has to have safeguards in place so that his pissing himself doesn't fuck with other people's couches.
Yeah.
Spencer, I've been going through an emotion explosion these last 2 months. My grandma died. I'm sorry to hear that, man. My parents are going through a nasty divorce. Very sorry to hear that. Work is extra shitty, and I'm being ghosted by my most recent love interest. These shitty events keep piling up, and I'm seriously struggling to maintain my stoke during these trying times. Any advice?
I'm sorry to hear all that, man. It's a bummer. You know, whenever I get down or something, I always try to look back at things that made me amped, you know, back in the day. Like, I'll put on, like, a surf movie or, like, a Seinfeld episode. Or like even Rocket Power, and I'll just remember those times, and it'll just lift my mood. And then I think if you can just sort of find the stoke within and block out the negativity around you and just stay on the path of like being amped, then that will get you through the trying times, and you will come out of this a better, stronger dude.
And I think there's a way to appreciate your sadness because your sadness is directly correlated to how much you care. Like, I think you loved your grandma. I know that. And I know you love your parents. And I know you want to have a fulfilling career. And you want to have a love interest that reciprocates the amount of love you give her. So these are all coming from places that are the best parts of being human. And these trials and tribulations are what's going to make you the strong man I know you already are, and that you'll fulfill even more. So just stay determined and keep loving, and I know you're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Thumbs up.
Grant, last night I puke and rallied 3 times before passing out so I could rage with my boys. What is the most amount of puke and rallies you guys have done in a night, and how many puke and rallies do you think is socially acceptable before passing out without people not being stoked about the amount you can rage?
Infinity.
I agree. If you can keep puking and rallying and you're puking in places where it's not a disaster zone, then dude, go.
That's what I was going to say. Like, as long as you're doing it in private, keep going.
And don't die.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Not to be heavy and like rain on your partying, but don't die.
Yeah, don't die.
The most puke and rallies I ever did in a night was 9.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the most for me, not to one up you, but probably like 10.
You piece of shit.
Yeah. Sorry, Par, but I just drank your coffee and one upped you on the puke and ral.
All right, we got Munch. So as of recently, when I hit the gym to bash this babe who lives near me, is always sporting major toe and flaunting her goods to the gym. How do I break the ice with this babe? In addition, assert my dominance as alpha male amongst the other dudes in the gym. Munch, I'm going to just ask you to take half of the aggression out of the way you're talking. I think if you want a good shot at doing all this stuff, I wouldn't in your opening sentence say bash this babe to mean boning, because it sounds like you want to John Jones, Daniel Cormier her.
Yeah, you're going to give her the stone cold stunner.
In addition, assert my dominance.
This is an aggro dude.
Yeah, baby. I think you just got to play it cool.
Yeah. Judging from what I just heard, this guy is going to walk up to her and just be like, "What up? I've been noticing your toe." And
jizz is like spraying out of his
yeah,
ears.
He's like flexing the whole time. He's like, "I'm just trying to break the ice here. Why don't we play Zip Zap Zop?"
You got a boyfriend? I'll fuck her up.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up. Hey, you see me do squats over there? Let's get Olive Garden.
Yeah, after I'm done with my squats, I'm going to hammer my cock with a dick pump, and I'll be ready to fuck, so just call me back.
For sure.
Hey, what's up, Linda? By the way, I'm ready to fuck if you're ready. Man, do I love to fuck. Lifting and fucking.
Stacy, what up? I don't know if you saw the military press, but I just pumped it out, and I just want to pump you from behind. So why don't we hit the locker room and raw dog?
And I know in your head that sounds romantic, but I got to be honest, I've tried that angle, and a lot of women just do not take it in the spirit it's intended.
Yeah, the intentions are there, but the vocab needs a little bit of a tweaking.
Some massaging.
Yeah.
And if you want to assert your dominance, I think pull-ups are good, and then Olympic lifts.
Yeah, what about cleans?
Yeah, I mean those are Olympic lifts. So yeah, like
sure.
yeah, like hand cleans, power cleans. Yeah, those are really good ways to be dominant.
And get a good grunt in there.
And when you're talking to the girl, maybe don't bring up her camel toe. Let that just kind of sit beneath the surface.
Yeah.
And I think you'll have good luck that way. And yeah, thanks for writing in, Munch. Michael, I got a question that need an answer. How are they able to drive around and race yet never stop for gas in Fast and the Furious?
They had NOS?
Sam, I've been in the military for about 2 years and just got back from my first tour overseas. I find it difficult to get stoked about the same things that I used to feel super stoked about. Things are kind of weird, and I feel like no one fucks with me anymore, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's all just mental shit. I'm not sure. Some guidance would be greatly appreciated.
Sorry to hear that, dude. Sounds like you're going through a transition period in your life.
Yeah, man, I want to say thank you first for your service.
Thank you.
You're a brave man, and you've sacrificed for us, and we appreciate that. And I think you display an impressive amount of self-awareness here where you say that maybe it's all just mental shit. And I think that's maybe the optimal way to approach it, not because you're placing blame on yourself, but I think you're forgiving yourself for not feeling good. And I think that's a critical step. And from here, I think maybe getting a therapist could be really fire for you, and they could help you unlock some of these feelings. And then you'd feel more comfortable talking to your boys about why there's maybe been a different situation or a different tension since you came back. And yeah, I think reading, and I think, yeah, just being honest about how you feel, man. Like the fact that you wrote into this, I think is a great step. Like you're looking for help, and that's huge. And you're a brave dude on multiple fronts.
Yeah, I concur.
Jacob, what up, Chad and JT? I was wondering if you could solve a civil argument between me and my bros. At what age do you guys think it's a good idea to stop drinking Four Locos? I am 19. I think I'm past that stage in my life, but my bros seem to always think otherwise, and I end up drinking them anyways. Absolutely ruining my stoke for the next day. Let me know.
You know, this is a pivotal moment in all young adults' lives, is when you make the transition from Four Loko to Jaeger or whatever it may be. Follow your own path, you know, break out whatever booze you choose and rock it proudly. You know, your boys are going to keep drinking Four Locos. That's cool. You know, let them drink those Four Locos. But, you know, I wouldn't tell them that you hate them. I would just say, you know what, guys, I'm going to have Red Bull vodka tonight. I'm going to take pulls from a plastic handle of vodka and some squirt. And they might be like, oh, but what about Four Locos? And you're like, it's chill if you guys want to drink them, but this is how I'm deciding to get fucked up tonight. So this is me, dudes.
And they'll give you some, you know, some shit, but in time they'll be like, I kind of like the way he does his own thing.
For sure.
Or maybe they'll beat the fuck out of you for trying to be different, and you'll have to find new friends. But either way, establish those boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
This one is from Chad's mom.
First woman on the pod.
First woman to write in a question. Thank you so much.
What up, Mom? I love you.
I love you too. We can cut that.
You saying you love her?
Yeah.
Keep that in.
Mom, thank you, dude. Mom, hi JT. Hello. This is a message for Chad.
Hey, Mom.
Chad, we are going to Cabo next week.
What?
Jack has a timeshare we're using. There are grilled cheese sandwiches in the freezer. Just put them in the microwave for a minute. If you need more food, there are a few frozen corn dogs in the freezer and cinnamon toast crunch on the counter.
Nice.
So great. And for God's sake, clean up your man space or use Febreze or something. Aunt Kath is coming when we get back. Love, Mom.
Thanks for the message, Mom. I'm a little heated that you're going to Cabo without me. She and my stepdad just go to Cabo, and I'm like, what about the invite? And they're like, well, you should work on doing your own thing. And I'm like, but it's Cabo. But thanks for the tip, Mom. And she always gets fire corn dogs, Foster Farms. And I'm really stoked on those. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I mean, what more do you need? And yeah, I'll clean up the man space when I get to it, Mom. I'm sorry. Just been super busy just trying to be a viral sensation. Have fun, guys. I love you.
Samuel, got a question. Playing up the Tinder game, but sending the first message can be difficult. Got any ideas? Help a brother out. Yeah, I've got a fire opener. I say, not to be too forward, but what's up?
I like that. I just go with an Arnold Schwarzenegger gif of just him doing curls. It gets a pretty decent response.
Set the tempo.
Yeah.
Mark, what up, Chad and JT? You guys are legends. Dude, you're a legend. I've been living in a good, consistent stoke, but I've hit a speed bump. My boss is doing way too much blow. He's been my boy for a year, and I like dabbling into the blow ski with him, but he's been peer pressuring me hard of late. I like my job, but I can't keep doing blow during the day. How do I get him to slow down?
Has he get his boss to slow down from...
Yeah, it sounds like his boss wants to do blow every day, but his boss isn't comfortable doing it unless he does it with him. Do more blow than your boss can do and just like take the fight out of him.
Overpower him with consumption.
Party so hard.
Yeah.
And take him to the edge of his partying abilities that he doesn't want to party anymore. He's looking for a break.
Yeah. He's like, you used to do an 8-ball for breakfast? And you're like, yeah. And he's like, all right, I'm going to go have an orange juice.
Which brings us to our next work question. Chad, keep on fighting for the Stokers. What up, JT? What up?
What up?
I'm in a danger situation. Danger, Will Rogers, danger. I boned my boss, who's a hot chick. Nice. At a work retreat, and it was super fun, but we're back now, and I was non-exclusively dating someone, but now we're exclusive. And since then, my boss has been acting super weird. She's being way harder on me and calling me demeaning nicknames in front of people. I don't work directly under her, but she's been reviewing more of my projects, and it feels motivated out of jealousy. I got to get out from this rock. I can't tell my girlfriend because she's sensitive. Chad, please, give me the answer.
This sounds like it's from Horrible Bosses. Is your boss Jennifer Aniston? Because I'd go back to the boss. If that were the case.
In gang culture, there's a thing called blood in, blood out, which means to get into the gang, you have to kill someone, and to get out of the gang, you have to kill someone. So maybe if you take dick away from someone, you have to replace said dick. What up, Chad and JT? I'm a dad, and I'm trying to figure out what gift to give my kid for his birthday. A pellet gun or a skateboard. He wants both, but I can only handle him having one dangerous favorite thing.
I'd get him a skateboard because the likelihood of getting sponsored is way higher in this instance. So go with the skateboard because your kid could start shredding and get sponsored. With a pellet gun, you get tired of shooting shit pretty easily. And he might, shoot animals and stuff. He might shoot kids. I hope not. But I'd get him a little twig that he can shred on.
Yeah, he's probably going to make better friends skating than he will shooting birds with a pellet gun.
That does it for episode number 5 of the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Thank you guys so much. We just started a Patreon. Chad Goes Deep Patreon. I'll post the link on our social media. And you can also, for more stuff on Chad and JT, go to chadgoesdeep.com. Find us on Facebook, Chad Goes Deep, YouTube, Chad Goes Deep, Instagram, Chad Goes Deep, Twitter, Chad Goes Deep. And then we are on iTunes. If you like the podcast, subscribe, give us a rating, give us a review. We love that. Thank you guys so much for listening. Keep writing in. We love the questions. We love you. I want to give a shout out to Jermaine Para. He was talking trash on the Scorched Earth podcast. So I just want to say, Jermaine, I'm going to throw you under the bus right now and just say suck it. JT?
Yeah, I think Jermaine has some pretty ugly opinions. He's a good guy, though.
Yeah, later.
What's with